Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. Perhaps the only thing we can control is this suffering. Have you ever wondered what real pain is? Real pain. Real pain is not something you suffer physically because physical wounds heal. We experience the real pain in our minds, and those wounds that constantly bother us, which we keep pouring salt on, never heal. They may form a scab, perhaps. They might pretend not to be there for a while, until you scratch that area again. How long can you resist scratching an itchy wound? The fire that truly burns us is actually inside our hearts. While lies may seem beautiful, truths are always ugly. This was exactly the case for Anakin. Episode 1: Fear. We start watching Anakin's story when he is still a small child. Anakin lives a very poor life with his mother. In other words, they are virtually slaves to survive. Then the Jedi discover the power inside him and offer him a chance. His mother, thinking of him, wants him to go. The only way for Anakin to escape poverty is to join the prestigious Jedi. However, he is not at ease. It is difficult for a child of that age to leave his mother in such a terrible place and go. His mother is Anakin's only existence in life. This is the first wound the child inside Anakin receives. Another pain that settles in little Anakin's memory is the feeling of being unwanted. Anakin has no father, and he has been pushed around on the planet he has lived since he was a child. He experiences his first exclusion with these two events. On top of that, the Jedi Council, which separates him from his beloved mother, hesitates to start his training, despite Anakin's incredible skills. The council members feel the growing fear and anger inside Anakin, but they accept him due to Qui-Gon Jinn's insistence. This makes Anakin feel excluded. As time goes by, we see that Anakin's training is also progressing. Growing and gaining power begins to reflect on his past. No matter where you go, you always carry yourself with you. Every time Anakin looks in the mirror, he sees that excluded little child. He struggled to control the events that made him this way as a child, but as he gains strength, he wants to take control, yet his inner fear and anger are also growing. Episode 2: Anger.
Obi-Wan! Obi-Wan!
Then his mother is killed by the Tusken Raiders, and Anakin cannot save her. This creates a great sense of guilt in him. The incident increases Anakin's anger and feelings of hostility, weakens his adherence to Jedi teachings, and brings him closer to the dark side. After all, if he cannot save that single light shining for him in the sky in this dark world, what is the importance of his power and training? Thus, Anakin's light goes out. Another situation that distances Anakin from the light side is his love for Padme Amidala. After losing his mother, who had a big place in his life, Anakin becomes even closer to Padme and thereby violates Jedi rules. Jedi teachings forbid attachment to people and romantic relationships, but Anakin ignores these rules. This situation weakens Anakin's adherence to Jedi teachings and sows new seeds of fear and anger in his heart. Padme is like a force that heightens the fears existing in him. It practically paralyzes him. In the midst of all these happenings, Anakin is included in the Jedi Council as part of a political game, but he is not made a Jedi Master. The Council belittles him and effectively mocks him. This situation fuels his anger and fear of exclusion, which he had felt from being pushed around as a child. As if this was not enough, he sees in his dream that Amidala dies. Whether this dream will come true or not is unknown. However, Anakin, believing that he has seen the future, is not willing to let that star, which has been reborn in his life after his mother's death, extinguish. Episode 3: Hate. Anakin was blaming Jedi for the feelings and things he lived through. He was thinking that Jedi was using him and they let him down when he needs them the most. So he thinks the power of the light side wasn't enough for saving the ones he loved. As Anakin begins to seek a way to protect Amidala and prevent her death, his path intersects with Chancellor Palpatine. Palpatine, manipulating all the anger, insecurities, and fear within him, begins to strengthen the dark side within Anakin. Palpatine also incites Anakin against the Jedi Council and shows him the power and allure of the dark side. Palpatine tells Anakin that by using the power of the dark side, he could prevent his loved ones from dying. Anakin, already foreseeing Amidala's death, thus falls to the dark side and takes the first step towards becoming Darth Vader. Episode 4. Pain. However, his transformation into Darth Vader does not put an end to Anakin's pains. On the contrary, his new identity only exacerbates his suffering. Padme cannot endure Anakin's transition to the dark side and dies. Anakin, believing that it was his power that killed Amidala, feels his anger and regret intensify even more. To alleviate these negative feelings, he needed to control the situation he was in. Anakin, transformed into Darth Vader, becomes the ruthless pawn of a dictator, causing the universe to fear him. He carries a great sense of guilt and regret for his own actions. However, due to his loyalty to Palpatine and his own fears, he suppresses these emotions. He tries to control these feelings by killing others, thus he feels like he's taking revenge on those who ostracized him. However, he's only sinking himself deeper. This man, who has been excluded since his childhood, has now put himself in a position to be even more excluded. So this was the transformation of Anakin from a sad, lonely child to an evil force. What do you think about it? Don't forget it, sometimes you can't escape from your destiny. Your destiny always follow you to end. If you love this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We love you.